Welcome friends, in today's video we are going to discuss the biography of Machiavelli. But before starting the video, I have a small announcement. If you are looking for any academic essays, research papers, assignments, reports, projects or dissertations, then visit the link given in the description below. We will write it for you. Now let's get started. Machiavelli is known as the father of modern political science. He is a transitional figure standing midway between the medieval and modern political thought. He was a historian who laid the foundations of a new science of politics by integrating contemporary history with the ancient past. He commanded a sinister reputation as no other thinker in the annals of political theory. The initial reaction to Machiavelli's writing was one of shock, and he himself was denounced as an inventor of the devil. This was because Machiavelli sanctioned the use of deception, cruelty, force, violence and the like for achieving the desired political ends. Spinoza regarded him as a friend of the people for having exposed the prince. Montesquieu regarded him as a lover of liberty, an image that emerged in the discourses and not from the prince. Machiavelli was born in Florence in 1469. He was the third child in a family that was neither rich nor aristocratic but well connected with the city's famed humanistic circles. Florence was economically prosperous but suffered a long period of civil strife and political disorder. His father Birendo, a civil lawyer, held several important public appointments. Besides his legal practice, Bernardo also received rents from his land, making his family financially comfortable. Bernardo took considerable interest in the education of his son. At the age of 29, Machiavelli entered the public service in the government of Florence. Later he was sent on a diplomatic mission to several foreign countries where he acquired first-hand experience of political and diplomatic matters. Although not employed on the highest level of policy-making, he was close enough to the inner circles of the administration to acquire first-hand knowledge of the mechanics of politics. In 1512, he lost his job when the Republican government, based on French support, was replaced by the absolute regime of the Medici, who has been restored to power with papal help. Machiavelli was accused of serious crimes and tortured, but he was found innocent and banished to his small farm near Florence. It was in such enforced leisure that he wrote The Prince, 1513. The book was dedicated to the Medici family, Lorenzo II de' Medici, 1492–1519, Lorenzo the Magnificent's grandson. The prince explored the causes of the rise and fall of states and the factors for political success. As Gramsci has rightly pointed out, the basic thing The Prince is that it is not a systematic treatment, but a live work, in which political ideology and political science are fused in the dramatic form of a myth. The most elaborated work of Machiavelli is the Discourses on the first 10 books of Titus Livius, 1521. Taking Roman history as a starting point, the Discourses attempts to dissect the anatomy of the body politic, and on a much more philosophical and historical foundation than that of a prince. For all its breadth and elaborateness, the discourse is of interest primarily to students of political philosophy, whereas The Prince is destined to remain one of the half-dozen political writings that have entered the general body of world literature. According to William Ebenstein, The Prince is a reflection not only on man's political ambitions and passions but of the man himself. The most revolutionary aspect of The Prince is not so much what it says as what it ignores. Before Machiavelli, all political writing, from Plato and Aristotle through the Middle Ages to the Renaissance, had one central question: the end of the state. Machiavelli ignores the issue of the end of the state in extra-political terms. He assumes that power is an end in itself, and he confines his inquiries into the means that are best suited to acquire, retain, and expand power. So that's it for today. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have a great day.